Hi, I'm Alan Mackay, and welcome to CG Academy's Afterburn Fundamentals. Throughout the following tutorials, we're going to give an in-depth view into Afterburn, how it works, and ways to use it in production to create a lot of spectacular visual effects. What Afterburn is it's a volumetric shader, which essentially allows us to create a lot of effects, ranging from doing smoke and fire and explosions to liquid to rocky terrain, pretty much anything you can think of, which is in terms of more the visual effects which are hard to simulate. Things like this are usually explosions and smoke that aren't necessarily solid in terms of the feel of them, and usually are particle driven. Now here in our table of contents we can see the listing of all the tutorials that we're going to cover on this DVD, and after our introduction we're going to move on to using the Afterburn interface. And this is basically a way to familiarize ourselves with how Afterburn works, as well as all the animation parameters and basically all the settings within the interface, and just allowing us to work out the functionality of how to make the most out of Afterburn. And from there we're going to move into some more practical examples, such as how to create kind of thick dense clouds in the sky, and as well as creating kind of misty fog moving throughout a scene. And then we'll move into using the Octane shader to create some nice kind of blasting steam coming from a broken pipe. And after that we're going to go moving into more practical kind of fun film-based examples, such as creating explosions, and then moving into hypersolids, which is kind of like metaparticles but on a more volumetric level, so it allows us to create kind of more liquidy effects as well as more solid based renders. And from there we're going to move into a more technical subject, which is optimizing Afterburn, which allows us to kind of help understand more the technical side of how Afterburn works, and how to kind of speed up your renders and at the same time get the most out of all the controls that you can use within Afterburn's interface. And then we're going to move into using the Fireball tutorial, which is basically a really fun and exciting tutorial which allows us to create a big kind of fiery asteroid, and which will allow us to kind of really make the most out of all the settings and features within Afterburn. After that we're going to go and cover Afterburn combustion, and then move on to final concepts, which basically is where we're going to cover little things that I'd like to kind of cover in a little bit more depth, and just kind of familiarize ourselves with some things that might have been left out along the way. And after that we're just going to go through the conclusion and wrap up this DVD.